Y'all ever have one of those phrases that just gets stuck in your head, not because it's profound, but because it's just so tacky? For me, that phrase was, "Once you go black, you never go back." She shakes her head, a little embarrassed. Barbara, my friend Sharon, bless her heart, she means well, but her filter's about as reliable as a screen door on a submarine. She said that to me over mimosas one Sunday. I nearly choked on my orange juice. We're not 20-year-olds, for heaven's sake. I'm a 54-year-old woman from Lubbock. My dating life, since my divorce, had been about as exciting as a lukewarm bowl of oatmeal. A few nice fellas from church, a rancher who talked more to his cattle than to me. It was fine, comfortable, predictable. But Sharon, she was determined to broaden my horizons. She'd met this fella, a friend of her husband's named James, a commercial pilot from Dallas, and she would not stop talking him up. He's handsome, Barb. He's got this voice. And oh, honey, just wait. Then she'd lean in and hit me with that line. Once you go black, you never go back. And she'd wink, like she'd just shared the secret to the universe. I'd just roll my eyes. It felt reductive, like reducing a whole person down to, well, just one thing. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't plant a seed of curiosity. A what if that I'd never, ever allowed myself to entertain. So when she set up a double date, I agreed. My stomach was in knots. This wasn't just a date. It was stepping into a whole new world I knew nothing about. What would we talk about? What if I said something ignorant? What if the rumors were true? She laughs at her own nervousness. Barbara, I met him at a steakhouse in Fort Worth, and the second I saw him, all of Sharon's silly phrases just evaporated, because James wasn't a category. He was a person, a devastatingly handsome one, sure. He stood up when I approached the table, a gentleman. He had this smile that could calm a nervous horse and a laugh that felt like warm sunshine. We talked for hours about flying, about his travels to Tokyo, about my garden, about our favorite Willie Nelson songs. The conversation was easy. He was sharp, kind, and he listened like what I had to say actually mattered. The color of his skin became just part of the beautiful whole of him. It was there, and it was beautiful, but it wasn't the topic. He was the topic. When he walked me to my car, he gave me a hug. Not a grab, a hug. And he smelled amazing, like sandalwood and clean air. He asked if he could see me again. I said yes before he even finished the sentence. Our third date, he cooked for me at his place. He made jambalaya, said he learned the recipe from his grandma in Louisiana. It was the most delicious thing I'd ever tasted. There was jazz music on the stereo, a nice bottle of red wine. The atmosphere was intentional. He was fully present, not looking at his phone, not half watching the game. He was right there with me. And then he kissed me. And it wasn't just a kiss. It was a revelation. It was slow and deep and confident. It felt like he was speaking directly to my soul without saying a word. Any last bit of nervousness melted away, replaced by a wave of pure, unadulterated want. Leading me to his bedroom, his hand in mine felt so right. The contrast of his dark skin against mine. In the soft light, it was like art. It was beautiful. He took his time. He wasn't in a rush. He worshipped every inch of me with a patience and a focus I had never, ever experienced. It was like he was reading my body like a map, and he wanted to memorize every contour. And when we finally came together, oh, sweet mercy. She fans herself with her hand, laughing. Barbara, it wasn't what Sharon's crude little phrase implied. It wasn't some kind of athletic event. It was connection. It was a depth of intimacy I didn't know was possible. It was a rhythm that felt ancient and true. It was being seen, known, and utterly cherished all at the same time. It was emotional. It was physical. It was spiritual. It was the absolute antithesis of lukewarm oatmeal. Afterwards, lying there in his arms, I had the clearest thought of my life. It wasn't that I'd gone black and couldn't go back. That's not it. It was that I had finally experienced what real, passionate, all-consuming connection could feel like. And once you've tasted that, you can't ever settle for less. You can't pretend you don't know the difference. James and I didn't last forever, but he gave me the greatest gift. He didn't change my type. He redefined it. My type is no longer a nice man from a certain background. My type is now confidence. It's presence. It's that deep, soulful energy that makes a woman feel like the only person in the room. It's a kind of passionate authenticity that, in my experience, I have found to be profoundly beautiful and prevalent in Black men. So, no, it's not that you never go back. It's that once you move forward into a bigger, brighter, more vibrant world, you lose all desire to retreat into the small one you left behind. Sharon was right, in her own tacky way, but for all the wrong reasons. My heart and my future found its home, and for that I will always be grateful.